Hello, welcome to a new lesson. In this lesson, I'm going to talk about the presets. A preset is a set of keyframes, expressions, or animations that are stored in After Effects. For example, if you created some sort of explosion effect on one layer, maybe you use a lot of keyframes, a lot of effects, a lot of expressions and animation, and then you want to save this preset, this animation, as a file, and then apply it to another layer. Maybe you have to edit like 100 videos and you make the animation on one video and then save the preset and apply it to all the other 99 videos. This is a tool that can save a lot of time, and I'm going to teach you how to use them. First, let's practice how to save our own presets. We created on the previous lesson, we created this effect with the text layer. You can see how the letters drop. They go from really small to this original size, and they rotate, they have blur effect, they have a lot of things. So I want to save this as a preset for another layer. So I'm going to take the animator here, and I'm going to take the more options, and now with this selected, I'm going to the window effects and presets that you have here on After Effects. If you don't see it, just go to Window and select Effects and Preset. And now in this window, this is where we apply all the effects. You can see this little square. This is like a paper, and it says Create New Animation Preset. Let's click here, and we're going to save this file on our After Effects folder. We have a folder called User Presets. Now let's call this our animation preset. Now click on Save. Alright, now let's turn off this layer, and now let's create a new text layer, and let's see. Let's set it to the middle, and now right now it doesn't have any animation, of course. Now go to After Effects, to Effects and Presets, and here you have a folder called Animation Presets. Select the drop down menu, and you can see that it has the presets and the user presets. Now let's select our user presets, and you can see our file. This is an effects file called our animation preset, and if we double click on it, it will apply the effect to this other layer. Of course, we have to check the blur, and that's it. So you can see that it's pretty useful because we don't have to go and apply the same animation. We don't have to set the animation for the range selector or anything. We don't have to create any keyframe, but just save your file and double click on it, and it will save an incredible amount of time. Of course, this doesn't have to be only with the text layers. We can, let's take this image, fit to comp, and let's apply some effects. Let's apply some color correction effects. Maybe like this, and maybe we add some grain. Something like that. And now we just take the effects and click here, save, and now let's remove this effect and select our preset. You can see that it applied the preset to our image. So if you have to edit, like, I don't know, you have 20 videos to edit and to add some grain, you want to add some saturation or something, you don't have to do it manually every one of them, but just make one and save your preset and apply it to all of them. So of course this will save a lot of time. This is like the actions on Photoshop that will save you an incredible amount of time. Now we can create our own presets, of course, but After Effects has its own presets which are really cool, and we will see them right now. Let's remove this animation. Now it's just a simple text layer, and here we have the user presets, and we have a folder called presets, which are the ones that After Effects have in default. So we have a lot of presets here. We have many things from transform presets, we have shapes presets, sound effects, many things. But right now we want to take a look at the text presets. So we have a lot of things very cool. For example, animate in, and we can decide how we want the animation to enter, how we want the text to enter. Maybe we want this, like a center spiral, and the effect goes like this. Maybe we want a drop in. Maybe we want a fly in with a twist. Or anything else. We have, as you can see, we have a whole lot of things that we can animate. We have, of course, also, let's remove this. We have the animate out too. We have blurs. This is a nice effect. It gets blurry and then goes to the original. We have bullet train, which is really nice too. Evaporate. I like this one a lot. So this will save you a lot of time, because otherwise you would have to animate yourself this every single letter, and it may take a while. So it's a nice thing to use these presets that are brought to us by After Effects, because they are pretty cool. Usually on a software the presets are really lame, are really simple and not so good looking, but on After Effects the presets are actually pretty good. They are actually pretty elaborate, and they help a lot. So one other thing that is really interesting is that, let me delete this. If, for example, you apply this blur by word, you can take a look at how the preset is made. You can see that it has a minus 50% offset. You can see how the blur, the properties of the blur and anything. It's not like you apply the effect and that's it, but you can actually see how the preset was made. So that can teach you a lot of animation, because of course these presets were made by professional animators. So it's pretty cool to see how they work, to see how they made this effect, this wonderful effect. And we can learn a lot by just applying some presets and see how they were made. So that's it for the presets, and that's it for the text layers. Now we're going to see another kind of layer. You can see that the presets are really wonderful, and the text layer is really simple to animate, and you can create some wonderful animations for it, as we have done on our previous lesson. So let's go to the next one.